Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth Cooper Smith of Elizabeth Cooper Smith Consulting coming at you with Tech Tutorial Monday again. Finally, did you miss me? So today we're going to talk about the 3 things you need to check for before you send out your email newsletter. And I came up with this topic because in the past couple of weeks, I've had some experiences with other people's newsletters and with mine. With anybody who reads my newsletters know that they're not like completely perfect, and it's not a completely perfect experience. But it is there are mistakes that are avoidable. So why not talk about them so we can maybe avoid them in the future? So as far as my history with email marketing, I've been using Constant Contact for over 10 years. I first started using it after I went to my first bridal show when I was wedding planner with Silver Term Events. And, what am I going to do with all these email addresses? So I signed up with Constant Contact and put them in there and just started emailing people wedding tips, my blogs, as it got later on in my wedding planning career, advice columns, my Wedding Wise Wednesday columns, stuff like that. And the great thing about it is with emails is that that's your list and it's actually yours. These are people who've signed up to hear from you. So they have raised their hand and said, yeah, I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. And it grows that know, like, and trust factor that all of the marketing gurus are talking about. And it is a great marketing tool. I forgot what the numbers are, but basically conversion is the greatest among emails. People convert faster. They become, they inquire. They become your clients. I've found that with Silver Term Events, and I've also found that with Elizabeth Cooper Smith Consulting. And I don't have a big list. I didn't have a huge list with either one of those. So the first thing that you should watch out for is text and spelling typos, and even sort of thinking about this like text and grammar basically, and spelling typos, which, as I said before, if you read my newsletters, they'll show up from time to time. But I'm continually working on it, and one of the things that I found that works really well for me is just reading it out loud, just from the beginning to the end and then back again. It's a great editing tool where you can see how it actually sounds to somebody else who's reading it, where you can decide what it is that you want to say, if it's the right thing to say, if there's another word you want to use, if you've spelled something wrong. So that's really good. The second thing is sending a test email to a friend. I have a group of friends that are all writers in one way or another, and they all work for themselves. So they're all entrepreneurs. So we're kind of accountability partners for each other in that respect. And then just, seriously, this is like a big thing. It's like typos. You don't like them when you read them, and people don't like to send it. So that's like the first thing that you can do. The second thing, and I ran into this with a couple of different companies, is just, don't make people hunt for the information that you want to send them. For instance, about a week and a half ago, I got an email from this gift shop in, I think it's like in Missouri or something like that, like one of those states in the middle of the country. And I bought something from them about a year and a half ago, so they put me on their email list. And they keep consistently sending me emails like about their sales. They're having this great sale, they're having a sale, there's this, they're selling all their stuff. And granted, I don't live in Missouri, but there have been times when it's like an online sale. We're getting rid of our inventory and blah, 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 blah. And they have, again, consistently not had any links on the website to their website, or not having links in the newsletter to their website, not had any, there's no address of where the store is, there's no phone number, there's no links to anything or anything that says how it is that you can find this. I had a friend of mine who was doing an online, and these are like mistakes, sometimes people make. I had a friend of mine who was doing a big online event, and she sent out an email and it told about the event and everything, but she'd forgotten to put in the day and time of it. And I emailed her back and said, I don't know when, when is this fabulous thing? And she was like, and it's one of those things that happens. But it's, if you're looking out for it, it'll probably happen a little bit less. And so again, links. And in a typical newsletter, there's tons of places where you can put links. You can put links in the headers. You can link from your pictures, from your headers for locations. Like I said, if you've got an address that you want people to go to, you can put a link to it that goes to Google Maps. Just give people as much information as possible to get to where it is that you want them to go to. And then, of course, check those links and make sure that they're not going someplace else. There have been a couple of times where instead of putting in ElizabethCoopersmithConsulting.com, I put in ElizabethCoopersmith.com, which is owned by somebody else. So sadly, we're going to work on that. That's my next big goal, to own ElizabethCoopersmith.com. So like I said, these are things that happen to just about everybody, but it also helps if you're just sort of aware of it. So I'm going to get out of this for a second and take you to a copy, hopefully, of my latest newsletter, or not my latest one, it's like a couple of newsletters ago. So again, just to show you the header, with all the spaces. I usually have like 5 or 6 different links in my newsletters that go to different places. And the great thing is that you can also track who's going and visiting these links and how many people are visiting them, just to sort of gauge like what people are really interested in. So for instance, the header, it's taking its sweet time, goes directly to my website. There's a couple other different places. It's probably easier to show you in preview. Oh, and then also send tests, as I was saying. You can send tests to your friends just to check that as well. And, it doesn't hurt to do both, the reading out loud and sending the test. Let's go to preview. So you've got all these links. I had this whole thing where people could send me, new resources they've come across or new events that they're doing. This goes directly to my Instagram. We've got all these different links, Facebook. So you can send people where it is they want to go. The workflow audit. This goes to my services page where people can sign up for that if they want to. I did another Honeybook one-on-one a while ago. Videos, I've linked to videos. I'll probably send this video out on Friday. And then just check your links. Just always go and check your links. And you can do that through preview without messing up anything. So yeah, going back into present mode. So yeah, just check your links, make sure you've got your where, when, and why, or not why, but what. And then also just your spelling. So if you're interested in signing up for my newsletter, you can do so by texting workflow to 42828. I have a few workflow time-saving tips that you're going to be getting as like an opt-in. And then, you just be writing with me. If you want to see this presentation, it's going to be up on ElizabethCoopersmithConsulting.com/Instagram by tomorrow morning. And if you have any questions, you can message me through Instagram, or you can email me at ElizabethCoopersmith@gmail.com. And speaking of events, on Thursday, April 30th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to be doing a Honeybook happy hour Q&A. So on Zoom. So basically, if you're using HoneyBook and you know you're not getting the most out of it, you've got questions, or you're wondering when HoneyBook is a CRM for creatives and you have questions, then join me on the Zoom. So you need to sign up for it so I can send you some information. So go to tinyurl.com/honeybookhappy and I will see you there. Bye, guys.